name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing Mars in Leo. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. People with Mars and Leo have a lot of high-spirited energy and initiative that they use to bolster their great pride, self-respect, and creativity. They have a strong sense of identity that they are determined to maintain. The question, though, is whether the self that they so strongly defend is truly their own being, or simply the person that they think they are that was formed from early life experiences within their families. If these people are coming from a place of truly understanding the truth of who they are, then their creative energies will simply flow freely without conflict. But if what they are so passionate to defend is a mental construct that they think they are, then part of them will fight it for its survival, and the other part of them will identify with their attackers. A lot of the struggle they go through is done because of their great need for recognition, and so they will work things so that they become the center of attention. Another large part of their struggle is to maintain their natural pride. Mars and Leo people tend to have fixed beliefs and opinions that they like to promote as them standing for firm principles. These people will fight for anything that they identify with, which very often arouses friction and opposition from others, because they've come on too strongly in the promotion of these beliefs, and also because they have a tendency to be very imperious in their defense of things they believe in. Because these people have such pride and want their firmly believed opinions to hold sway, they find it very difficult to take advice from others. What they want is to be the people that are imparting the advice, not the other way around. As a result of this trait, it's very hard for these people to admit to ever being wrong. The sensation that they believe themselves to be infallible. These people are filled with confident strength in themselves, which is a wonderful quality for a leader, even though they would have to struggle with their internal sense of superiority or the desire to hold dominion over others. The more combative side of their prideful natures can make them set up situations where they are in direct competition with others, even when this competition is only in their minds and not shared by their opponents. These people are not keen on the idea of losing in any form because it's seen to them as if they're losing ground or losing face, which is everything to their innate pride. People with Mars and Leo can be wonderfully successful when they're working from their strong creative drives and from their sense of honor. The problem area for them rests with the fear that they will lose their self-worth, pride, and personal prestige. If they feel this threat, it can make them very self-focused, overly subjective, and quite possibly highly selfish. They need to use their persistence and determination to put aside any arrogance and develop an unselfish modesty, and therefore realize that every other person has the same potentials as they themselves do. When they've mastered this concept, their creative abilities can be used with a single-mindedness when they no longer feel the need to compete with others for a supreme position. When negatively expressed, the Mars and Leo person can become power mad with the positive qualities of a true leader. There's a certain dictatorial and belligerent manner about the negative expression of Mars and Leo that tends to make more enemies than friends. It is even possible for these people to antagonize the very people they believe they are helping. The negative expression of this Mars placement can be someone who is brash and a boring braggart. They can also be clumsy, irritable, and prone to blaming others for their misfortunes instead of accepting responsibility for themselves. When opposed, they can quickly become very stubborn, threatening, and even violent. When positively expressed, Mars and Leo people have wonderful magnetism and charisma, and the ability to project their ideas in a dramatic manner. Everything they do is done with the heart and in a very grand and chivalrous manner. These people really have a great liking for the big, the bright, and the bold in life. These people live their lives by clearly drawing out the issues that face them and then taking immediate action without any fear of the consequences. Mars and Leo people seldom hesitate to act and will do what is needed without wasting time and energy debating the pros and cons of the matter. Their heart tells them what is right, and generally its impulses are sound and trustworthy. They have a tough time understanding more timid souls and will quickly grow impatient with them because they lack the courage to take a definite stand on something and therefore lose golden opportunities. Mars and Leo people are born leaders that will rise to a position of prominence in this life. The major problems for these highly assertive people can arise from their tendency towards going to extremes. Their wonderful enthusiasm for a just cause can often degenerate into a fanaticism which arouses antagonism even in those that they're trying to help. Mars and Leo people excel in artistic enterprises such as acting, singing, and dancing, which requires the ability to project themselves creatively. You can just see these people executing dramatic entrances and exits, as well as using startling effects and original touches to enhance their creative endeavors. They are constantly working to transcend their previous accomplishments and to move on to ever greater things. No matter what these people choose to do, it will be found that they will express themselves with style and verve. The Mars and Leo person has the ability to take the initiative to execute their original ideas. Sometimes they can overestimate their ability to cope with unexpected contingencies. At heart, they are always ready to take a gamble and to strike out on their own while others fall behind. These people may win gloriously or lose just as spectacularly, but at least they're never mediocre. People with Mars and Leo can be strong and bold and sometimes even dangerous. Their courage, pride, and generosity can be very strong, and they're seldom petty or mean-spirited. These people are a powerhouse of energy and vitality, and they know exactly where they're going. To the top, of course. These people are not so much about having tons of money and material possessions. Rather, they're after the power and the glory of the venture. Ultimately speaking, these people are the show people of this world, and they definitely know this. They like to dramatize every emotion and action, especially when there is some kind of an audience. They're constantly playing up to an audience and are wonderfully entertaining, enterprising, and exciting to be around. These people are warm-hearted, generous, and possess a passionate nature. In love, they take over completely and in return give everything they have to their love interests. They are wildly emotional, reckless, and romantic by nature, and are inclined to make promises in the heat of the moment that might be better left unsaid. Even so, if they make a promise, they will try their hardest to never go back on their word. Very often, when the heat of the moment has passed, they will often find themselves burdened with promises that are difficult for them to keep. Even so, they are definitely people of action. They can get more done in a day than many others could accomplish in a week's time. They work largely from their intuition and are guided by their hearts. They just seem to know without a lot of thinking and what needs to be done, and then to fearlessly move forward. They have tremendous faith in their abilities. Sometimes that faith in their abilities means that they can, from time to time, go a bit too far. or as an onlooker might comment, they have gone overboard. These people love drama and extremes and are often overly hasty and impulsive. Mars and Leo people also enjoy parties and will often spend a great deal of money on pleasures. The Achilles heel is their susceptibility to be managed via flattery and praise and personal compliments. No matter how outrageously extravagant they may seem to others, to the Mars and Leo person, the flattery never seems to be inappropriate. Even though these people have fixed opinions on things, they are willing to listen to what others have to say. Listening to others, though, does not mean changing their minds on something. These people are resourceful debaters who don't mind embellishing a point a bit if they think they can get away with it. Mars and Leo people are very fond of exercising and competitive sports, even though they are sometimes a bit accident-prone. It is the speed and the taking of risks aspect of it all that they love. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easy to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.